look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around. You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around. You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Oh, yeah. Hey, got a spare bullet, fella? I ain't eaten in days. Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Stay alert! Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future...
You're some kind of, fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so...
Really? Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things for a small...
Alright, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Let's hear what my future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars, circled by the dead. A race from one to the next, as time itself laughs.
I think I'd
It is what it is.
Why do I feel like I get...
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. And it's...
Yeah, even if I knew, I don't...
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Throck. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So?
He's upstairs. Here's the key.
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever...
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they...
And what do you say?
If it bleed, remember, better to be a coward and live than...
Bye.
Don't do that again. What the? Get them! Oh!
Who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Start at the beginning.
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that if he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive. Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton, but that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances.
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot. Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and there's the Carpenters who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head? One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Wanna spit on me,
no, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouthers' bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do it. Have mercy, please. I have a family.
This is not exactly cut and dry.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have...
It turns out I arrived here unprepared for business.
I knew you'd understand. Here you are, Mr. Reed. Please, I told you the truth, I swear. Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
You want a drink?
The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
You want a drink?
Bye. I tracked the murderer down, but he was attacked by those things prowling the back alleys. They tore him apart. There was that Innsmouther fisherman, Lewis. He was covered in your son's blood. That may have attracted the beasts.
Are you certain the body is his?
Beyond any doubt. All that's left of him is a heap of flesh and this scrap of cloth. It's from his jacket. He must ask his friends.
Alas, this was my revenge to exact, not some wild beast's. Something must be done about those pests. Still, justice has been served. This isn't closure, but at least I know now the story. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton.
Yes, you've earned it. Gay to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. And inexplicably, I funded an expedition to explore recent...
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the Flood and this madness have the same source. As a...
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the Flood, many Oakmonters have had similar...
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture. A sleeping giant. Drowned streets.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition.
You mentioned the Flood. You think it's more than just a natural...
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert is...
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're...
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more.
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more...
I am a busy man. I funded the research but left all... When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old...
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some... I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
I've said everything I know.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers. Never again, they say. Makes this place feel more like home. I miss Boston already. The door won't budge.
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you though, mister, you wanna stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
Noise?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans.
Got any proof it was me? It could have been one of my neighbors.
That's exactly what a newcomer would say. Don't think your yellow-clad patron means you get away.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests.
All these newcomers after the flood.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy note.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one's... I'm watching you, newcomer.
You look tense, honey. You need to let loose.
I'm not in the mood for chit-chat, Mr. Reed.
The mortician has touched him up well. The door won't budge. Hello, officer.
Well, look who finally decided to show up. If it ain't Charles Reed, the G, Captain Caleb Lyons, at your service. What can we simpletons do to assist you, Mr. Holmes?
Look, all I want is access to your records during my investigations.
Oh, that's all you want, is it? Was making us look like idiots in front of Mr. Throgmorton not enough for you?
Look, I'm sorry.
Well, that's what you did. A newcomer must know his place.
Hey, easy, Officer Lyons. I don't want any trouble.
Well, good. That's a start. You can use the archive, but only because you have Mr. Throgmorton as your patron.